Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is Sir Camelock, my Xtreme one chunk ironman. Last episode I made huge progress towards all my different chunk goals, and we'll be continuing that in this episode of course. But with the next chunk roll becoming super close, I wanted to speak about what different exciting chunks I could potentially be rolling into. Some have really cool things, and some have not so cool things. So let's dive right into it, shall we? Hey, starting this episode off with another green clue on the floor. That is my third doable hard step. And as always, we have the counter on screen here. So you can see I'm at 30,300 Hellhound KC right now. So close to the rate, it's crazy. I've now hit 15 million range XP, and near enough all of this is from Hellhounds, which is quite funny. I'm about 500 hours into this Smoldering Stone grind, so it's definitely a long one, but I'm still going to stick by it until I get this stupid item. I don't even need it, like I can't even use it. Why am I doing this? Got a mystery box, maybe something cool in this? Or absolutely nothing, okay. Level 73 prayer coming in, not a bad one. Honestly, any prayer level is useful because if I do eventually roll the monastery or something, I'm going to need a lot of prayer XP. This Hellhound right here marks 33,000 KC. I am now officially over drop rate and I can cry to Jagex, right? That's how it works. I can just start complaining and get the drop. 92 HP coming in. We're halfway to 99 there, so at least I'm still getting some good XP alongside the range XP that I don't really need. I'm getting the HP XP, the prayer XP, and potentially some clues, so we take that. This count check right here will put me to level 49 agility just from lamps. That is absurd. One level away from potentially being able to do the Falador course in the future. Just did a maze random and it gave me the juice. Look at those chaos runes, 363 of them. It's so nice. This amount of magic XP is definitely substantial towards the 87 grind every time I get a maze done, and it gives me runes. I am now at 34,500 KC at Hellhounds. It's really funny because I have spent nearly 550 hours killing Hellhounds, yet I've still only had a 65% chance to have received the item. I'm nearly 2k over rate, which is not much at all because it's not even 10% over rate. You see a lot of people go like 3-4 times dry at different places. It's just even more crazy here because of how much KC to go on rate you need, right? So going 2 times rate, you hear that all the time. But if I went 2 times rate at Hellhounds, that's 65,000 kills. And with this being said, I have something special to share with you guys. Hit it. Yeah! Oh my, I didn't even have the microphone near me. Sorry, you probably heard me pick it up. I am absolutely ecstatic right now. Oh, that is the best feeling. Oh man. I'm like near enough shaking. I don't think I've worked this hard for a drop in my life. Golden loot beam, so good, man. Look at it in my inventory. It looks so good. I'm not able to do anything with this stone, but I have it. I have it from Hellhounds. A 1 in 32,000 drop chance. Managed to get it at 34,500 KC, man. Oh, I never have to kill Hellhounds again. I don't even know why I killed another one. It's just out of muscle memory, but yeah. Oh my goodness. I am so happy about that, man. Definitely have worked up an appetite after that one. Speaking of appetite, today's sponsor is one that I personally really love, HelloFresh. Honestly, HelloFresh is what started me out with learning how to cook proper meals, and if even I can cook things like you can see on screen from HelloFresh, then anyone can. And yes, these meals are actually meals that me and the wife made from HelloFresh last week. I would say I personally enjoyed the caramelized onion portobello mushroom burgers the most. HelloFresh has more options to support your wellness journey than ever before. Dig into their biggest menu yet with over 50 dinner options and even more market items that suit any healthy lifestyle. Plus, you can start your day right with free breakfast for life. You get one free breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so HelloFresh agrees with that free breakfast item per box for life. Now that is important. With summer in the rearview mirror and busy holiday days ahead, we're all craving wholesome meals that can save us time and money. HelloFresh has that covered, has something for everyone. Each box is fully customizable to fit your preferences and includes pre-portioned ingredients, so you only pay for what you need. Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Go to the link in the description or in the pinned comment and you'll get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. The link and code are valid in all countries and the respective local discount will apply. Your support helps me keep the channel running and do this full time and hopefully produce fun content for you to watch. Every single HelloFresh subscription supports me greatly and thank you so much. Now, let's get back into the video, shall we? Now that we have the stone, which I'm still so excited about, I had 5 hard clues stacked up. Obviously, a hard is 4 to 6 steps, so we're going to risk it and do these 5 steps because I don't want to juggle them any longer. If it's 6 steps, then oh well. If it's 4 or 5, then we get a hard casket to open. It is not a 4-stepper. I've got one more step, so let's hope it's that. The 5th step, and okay, we got a casket. So I at least get to open up one more hard clue and see if I have some goodies inside. Alright, that's actually pretty sick. Armadillo Coif, a God Coif is very good, and that is a best in slot range upgrade. We take those for sure. And a second rune pickaxe. But look at that bad boy, we have a new range helm. A nice added bonus to round out the Hellhound grind. Okay, this is something I never thought I would say, but I'm enjoying lighting line fires. It just feels so nice to have my end goal in sight now. There's no RNG element to my goal anymore. I've done the RNG part. It's just XP. I need a bit under 10 million fire making XP. I have the logs banked. I'm just, you know, lighting fires. I know as soon as those 110,000 willows are done, I'm done with fire making. So, man, that's a good feeling. And then all it is after that is Hunter, which will then fund my magic. I'm about 250, 300 hours away from completing this chunk. I don't think I'll ever get tired of opening my bank to see the smoldering stone sitting there in my tab. That's such a nice looking item. Got 86 fire making, blitzing through these levels. Let's get it. 87 fire making. And my willow log stack is now no longer white. It's under 100k. 88 fire making right there. These clips are very quick for you, but they're still taking quite a while. Something cool with Jekyll is they updated him recently to not despawn when you go into a bank. So anytime I'm doing something near a bank like fire making, I can run into the bank, grab a toadstool and give it to him, and then I get a stamina pot. So no need to worry about him disappearing when you go to a bank now. Lovely. 89, 90, 91... and 92 fire making. We're halfway to 99. That's feels good. Something I should have probably have done a while ago. I don't know how long this has been in the game, but this is the first I heard of it recently. If you search run in your settings, there's something called energy threshold to re-enable running. If you type that to say 20, whenever my energy hits 20 again after depleting, it will turn run automatically on for me. So this is really nice for fire making. I don't have to worry about my energy or turning run on. I'll just do line fires and the game will do the rest. As you can see there, it turned my run energy back on as I was running back from the bank, and that makes life so easy. Another day, another fire making level. I'm averaging like 700k experience a day or something, so it's about a level a day right now. One thing that I completely forgot about is the old school equivalent of bonfires from RS3, and that's the Forester campfire. It's not great XP by any means, but it's very AFK. As you see here, I'm just chucking my logs on there. They normally give 90 XP for a willow log, but it gives 30 XP instead. But it's a 1 minute AFK activity that I can do while editing this video right now. And I can also do it if I'm preoccupied, so this will probably be my go-to AFK activity. But because I banked enough willow logs with it being 90 XP each, I won't have enough logs to do it all this way, obviously, because I'd need 3 times the amount. So I'm just chopping the trees while AFKing as well, and then just lighting everything that I chop. It's actually pretty chill, and it's some easy XP when I would have just been logged out otherwise. So pretty niche, but pretty good for me. Something I haven't spoken about in a long time is my chunk map, and now that we're finally close to rolling a new chunk, I wanted to speak about what chunks I can roll and what grinds I may have ahead of me, and just see what our options are. So let's go roll by roll and see which each thing would bring me. I don't think I've actually shown my chunk map since like episode 2, so it's been a while. First up is Sir's Village. This one has quite a few tasks that we would need to do, but a couple that I would backlog until the future. Not because it's a meme grind, but because of the way that I want my rules to be. For Sir's Village, the 2 things that I would backlog would be the smithing a rune plate body and the construction cape. Smithing the rune plate body, I don't really have a way to get ore to start smithing because I'm 1 mining as well. And I don't really have access to copper and tin ore. I think I only have copper from men and women. So that essentially makes that grind pretty much impossible until I get a way of obtaining those things. So I can't really do smithing until I get mining or a good way to get early bars or ores. When it comes to the construction, I won't be going for the construction cape until I get the house portal in one of my chunks. Yes, I know I could teleport to my house with the spell. Technically, I can own a house in a location and teleport to it. But my issue with that is, if I ever exit my house, I'm in a chunk that I'm not supposed to be in. My house is in that chunk that it's not supposed to be in. So I don't think it's really fair as a chunk man to do construction until you have a chunk with a house portal in it, and I don't have one of those yet. Then I will go and get 99 construction with this chunk and whatever house portal I might get in the future, for example. The rest of the tasks are pretty simple here. It's mostly just forestry items, which I already have from my woodcutting grind, preemptively doing it for this. A couple of diary tasks that are easy too, and that's about it for this chunk. The next chunk I want to talk about is the chunk north of RD. This one actually has quite a big grind tagged to it, and that's making a summer pie. At the moment I can't make a summer pie because I have no way to get flour, and this would give me a way to get flour, which is a 95 cooking grind, so that's quite a long one. It would also have a couple of diary tasks for farming, which I can already do by the time I get here, and a tiny thieving grind to be able to pickpocket from a master farmer. Then I would just have to kill a couple of farmers for gardening boots. So the biggest thing here would be that summer pie. Pretty fun grind though, because I have fishing and cooking unlocked at Catherby, so I just have to do that. The RD chunk has quite the grind tagged onto it. I would need 80 thieving to pickpocket from a hero, which is quite the grind for sure. And in addition to that, I would also have to make a fire battle staff with 62 crafting. But this would give me a bank right near the spinning wheel and make my crafting life a lot easier. So it's not a scary one. It also gives me a gem stall that I could potentially pickpocket from for crafting XP as well. But quite a fun chunk if I was to get it, to be honest. Next up is probably the chunk I want to roll the most, and that is the fishing platform. The fishing platform allows me to do the sea slug quest. Pretty much the whole of the sea slug quest is on the fishing platform, except for the start and the finish that is in Witch Haven, which I rolled last. Just completing a quest on the chunk man would be really cool, so this is definitely up there on something that I want to roll. Roll number 5 is a dead roll. The reason why I can roll it is I can only access the northwest part of White Wolf Mountain here. Just like how I have the Warriors Guild unlocked, but I can't actually access the Warriors Guild, so I don't get any of the Warrior Guild grinds. What this chunk does have in it, though, is the max cape. I wouldn't be able to get the max cape because I don't have like all skills unlocked and stuff, but when I get every skill unlocked, it would then mean that I would need the max cape if I have access to this chunk. I would have to roll Tavali Dungeon, North Tavali, and Berthup to get access to here, so If I roll it now, that's a future me concern, but that is a big concern if I do roll it though, because rolling Maxcape would be insane. I do think it will be backlogged for a while until I can actually feasibly train Slayer, but either way, it's still a scary chunk. Chunk number 6 is not a scary chunk on its own. It has a couple of diary tasks that I could just instantly get done and roll again. If I do roll 6, that means I'm one roll away from Karumja Volcano, which has the Inferno inside of it. And I am honestly not 100% sure how I would even tackle that chunk if I was to roll it, so that's a future me concern. But I do not want to roll number 6 because that will put me one roll potential away from that chunk, which is insanely scary. And now we come to my 2 death chunks. Chunk number 7 is Tavali Dungeon. Josh Isn't Gaming recently rolled this, so you know exactly what to expect. I would need the Draconic Visage, and I already have the Smouldering Stone. So at least a huge chunk of Tavali Dungeon has been ticked off from having the Smouldering Stone, but my goodness would it take a long time to get a Draconic Visage. The Draconic Visage alone makes it a death chunk, but it does have some extra tasks on top of it. I would have to get a giant key collection log from the Hill Giants in there, which is a 1 in 128. Not a bad one to get, quite a fun one actually. Alongside the Scaly Blue Dragon Hide from Blue Dragons, that's like a 1 in 50, so again, a nice easy one. I'd need to get a Rune Medhelm from a Black Demon. I'd have to make a Summer Pyre because the Black Knights here drop a pot of flour, which would then unlock that, so I would also need 95 cooking here. And because I have access to the Crystal Chest, I'd get a Dragonstone, which then would mean I need to train up my crafting to be able to cut it. I would need 55 crafting to cut the Dragonstone, and that's not a bad requirement at all. Wouldn't take long. So the biggest thing here is the Draconic Visage, but the Summer Pie will add quite a lot of time on here as well. Not the worst death chunk in the world because I have the Smouldering Stone already, but still a pretty bad one. Last but certainly not least, this one is the scariest chunk I have, the Ranging Guild. You're probably thinking, why is the Ranging Guild scary? You already have 99 range, you can buy the cape. Yeah, well, buying the cape isn't the scary part of this chunk. It's the crafting grind alongside it. At the moment, the only way I can train crafting is by picking flax at the flax field south of Sears Village, but because I don't have Sears Village, I need to go all the way down to Witch Haven to then craft it into bowstrings. And then I also don't have a bank near there, so my only bank being in Catherby means I have to run all the way back up to then do it again. Obviously, I can cut down the time a bit with lore runes that I'll have from Puro Puro, but I don't have infinite lore runes, so teleporting back to Camelot can only be done for a part of the grind. The experience an hour here is astronomically low. It would be literally in the thousands of hours of just making bowstrings to get this level 84 crafting. The 84 crafting requirement is here because I have a tanner inside the Ranging Guild, and that would allow me to tan the black dragon hide I've got from Puro Puro, and then make me have to craft the highest thing with it, right? This would be the worst roll imaginable. But the thing is, if I roll the Ranging Guild after I roll Sears, it's another story. It's so much easier. I have a spinning wheel in Sears, I have a bank in Sears, the Flaxfield's right nearby. I'm really hoping to roll Sears Village before I roll the Ranging Guild, and then I'll be a happy boy. So they are the chunks that I can roll. I have actually numbered them the order that I want them in. Number 1 being Sears Village is my number 1 chunk that I really want. I've wanted it since making this account. It was next to my starting location. It would be cool to get that. The one I want the least is number 8 with the Ranging Guilds, but we'll see what the game is going to give me when I get rolling, probably next month. I'm very, very excited to get rolling, and yeah, that's about it for this episode. Here is the end of video summary on screen. As you can see, I spent 5 days and 11 hours on this video. Most of that time spent at Hellhounds, and then a decent chunk fire making too. We finally got the Smouldering Stone and moved it over to the green on the right side, alongside that Armadillo coif from the clue that we did. Very, very happy with such a huge chunk task ticked off. Next episode we will definitely be rolling, and I can't wait. I will see you all then. And thank you so much to all of the channel members as always. We have Let's Roll Guys at the Why Would You Buy This tier, Super Cow, Dark World Order, Yellow Raven, Me Book all at the Godly tier, and everyone else, thank you so much for your support. You help me be able to do this full time. And as always, until next time, see ya.